So in this video, we'll do a brief introduction to Windows Explorer and how to work it in relation to file management. In order to navigate to Windows Explorer, you can come down here to the bottom, and in your taskbar you should see the icon for Windows Explorer pinned on there. And you can do a single click and we'll pull it up. If it's not showing on your computer, you can come over here to the Start menu and type in Windows Explorer and pull it in that way as well. Now by default, when you open Windows Explorer, it opens into the library section here. Later on, we're going to go ahead and dive in deeper into the computer, but this will suffice for now. What I want to do first is talk about what we're seeing up here in the top portion. This middle area here takes up the biggest part of the real estate up here in the top. This is called your address bar, and this is letting you know where you're at. You can also use the address bar to navigate Windows Explorer as well. So let me demonstrate what we can do here. So now I'm going to go into the computer, which shows me all of my various drives or root directories. And as you notice that when I went there, all of a sudden it changed to computer. So we're going to open up my flash drive. And now that my flash drive is open, you can see that location has been added onto the address bar. From here I can go into a different folder. We'll go into the BizE folder here and then dive into the BizE 185. And notice the deeper and deeper I go, the more and more locations are being added up here. You can also think of this as kind of a trail of breadcrumbs. In addition to showing you where you're located, this also is an opportunity for you to be able to navigate where you are at that point. So right now we're in the BizEd 185, and I've got these options. This little drop-down option here also shows me any subfolders in there. Notice it doesn't show individual files though, so this is probably more applicable for the BizE folder. You can also go back by using the address bar. For example, if I want to go back to my flash drive, I can do a single click there and it pulls me out. Now what if I want to go back to the BizEd 185 folder? Now I could go ahead and go through the same motions before. Click on BizE and then from there click on BizEd 185. But you can also use your back and forward buttons over here on the left. So I can hit back and it shows me my previous location to that time. Forward, of course, will do the opposite. It'll pull you where you just were before you hit the back button. And then down here it shows you your recent places or recent pages. So as you can see, we've got our first location here, libraries. But as we add more and more and more, this list can only get so long. So that's the address bar, and those are the arrows over there. And then over here on the far right, you have an opportunity to search the content where you're at. So right now, if I were to search for something, it would search my entire flash drive. That's quite a bit. So I'm going to narrow this down a little bit. Let's go into the BizE. And from here, let's see if we can find something. I'm going to type in water and see if anything pulls up. There you go. So we can see within my BizEd 100C folder, in a particular quarters class and the student data files, we can find that water has popped up in certain areas there. It looks like usually in the title, but depending on what you've got your search settings set for, it may even look at specific things within the document. So maybe you have an essay you wrote and you use the word water somewhere in that essay. Well, this search can actually pull that up for you as well. Pretty handy. And this example, it's only showing you things within the BizEd 100C B123 BizEd 100 folder and the student data files, but really if I had, let's say, something with water in the title in my BizEd 185 folder, it would also pull it up there as well. This is a powerful search tool that's been added to Windows Explorer that can really come in handy. So if you can't remember where you put a particular file, but you remember some characteristics about it, this search menu, the search option really comes in handy, or search bar. And then over here, last but you've got the refresh. So maybe since we were talking, somebody's added another file with the word water in the title. I could hit refresh and it would pull it up here again. Alright, also over here you've got previous locations, very similar to recent pages. This just gives you more than just your current session in Windows Explorer. This is showing me all the places I was even before I opened this up for this video. We could go back all the way to looks like what I was doing on Monday this week, which was 2 days ago. So that's the top portion of Windows Explorer. Next time we'll talk about what we're seeing down here and how this relates to our file management.